welcome back. My name is Laurel, as you know who I am. So if you're a new viewer to my channel, well, I just said my name. My name is Laurel. I think just today's live is just mostly like briefly catch up and what I just ordered from Amazon. It's my first time buying this, and I actually did interact with some good spirits actually. The reason I said spirits is dowsing rods. So I'm gonna do this for a little bit, and I'm going ahead and briefly catch up with you afterwards. So if you don't know what they are dowsing rods. They can do water sensations, and they are also willing to communicate with um, spirits. Just be careful when you use them. If you do interact with bad spirits or evil spirits, I highly recommend not do it by yourself. But mostly, the spirits I've been calling out is mostly good because of God and my dog, which is a good sign. So this is why you just gotta be careful when you order stuff from Amazon. Some things can be like a scam or something, and that I just want to be aware of. So yeah. So for new viewers, especially for new viewers only, if you don't know what they are, these are dowsing rods. These can be used for paranormal, which you can call out for spirits. Right now, I just moved it because it's just been like that. And if you also current viewers don't know what they are, I just briefly discussed already. So I've been using this for a few times. It's really not that bad. Few things when you want to use these dowsing rods. For example, that mean if it's open means no. Well, I'm doing it by myself, so you don't have to worry about it. So this means open. If it's crossed like this, means it's a yes. So yes, if you're already familiar with paranormal, you know how this works. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm more like a psychic medium. I'm not really a clairvoyant, but I'm more like a psychic medium. So I know how to work these things because Kelsey Davies use these for her videos sometimes. So that's why I want to try these out because of that. So I'm going to give partial credit to Kelsey Davies. I want to wish her a thank you, and this actually made me to continue my spiritual journey. So yeah, I'm not going to ask any questions. I just only wanted to briefly discuss what these things do and what they are to all of you, especially to my new and current viewers. So yes, so this is just what I ordered from Amazon. Again, I don't want to call out any spirits on live, but all of you might be scared. So I'm not going to do that for today's live because I think all of you might be scared, which I don't want to do that. I don't want to freak you out. I just want to briefly discuss what they mean to all of you. At the moment, do you have any questions about the dolls and rods I just ordered? It's okay if you don't have to. Okay. So as you can see, I have not published anything. I think it was today. I haven't published anything from today because I was hoping to do a live sometime this week, and today is a Monday. So if you did go back to school today, I feel so bad for you, but I hope you can still engage with my content more often at night or in the mornings. But I think during the day, I think all the students, especially the kids, just focus on studies more often. And I will be discussing briefly on schools and on in myself. So this was top. This was the first one I just discussed. The second one is school. So if your school started today, I know you felt bad. I'm pretty sure if you went to college for today or it could be tomorrow, please don't get lost on your classes on your first day. That's pretty common for all the students really. If you don't know what your class schedule is like, or you don't have to if you don't have the right number to your classroom, I really highly encourage to self-advocate yourself to go to the principal or even someone's homeroom teacher to help you to navigate your classrooms around, see what you belong into. That is also can be a bit scary for your first day too. It is totally okay. The third thing about school is always make friends. If you think some friends are briefly trying to discuss things behind your back, that means they are fake friends to you. So if there are friends that if some of your friends did transfer that school with you, and they're briefly discussing behind your back. Those are actually called fake friends, if you want to know. Those are the things that they will discuss a lot. I don't have a friend, but I have a best friend, in which she doesn't do that at all, because we can close some information together, as you can see. So, real friends, what they'll do is, one, they will never talk behind your back. Second, they get close contact relationship together more often. 3, they're willing to hang out with you more often. 4, they get to interact with your other friends, just get to know you better, even though, or they can get to know with your family more often as well. So that's all the other part that if you want to make friends at school. Just also when you make friends at school, just be aware about bullying too. There also could be scammers could be around, so just be careful when there's bullies and scammers around in schools, especially for high school students. If you're in the age of 16 and 19 on this live right now, please at least if you interact like harassment or you first say, I really highly recommend to the headmaster of that school, so they can previously stay in loop with the student and also with the student's family. The reason I say that is because I have previously worked with students before back in college and high school, and I know what it's like, and I have been harassed once actually. I want to briefly discuss about that. So the reason I meant harassment before is because I was sexually harassed once. I didn't self-advocate myself on the same day, so I waited to another day. So that's when I discussed to the principal, and he said, yes, we're willing to suspend him. So he actually suspended for 2 weeks at my school because of sexual harassment. So if that ever happened to you, please, I really highly recommend try to self-advocate as much as you can, really. I know it's scary, but still you gotta push yourself into life. I know it's really scary. I totally understand. You just gotta work yourself through in life. I know. Don't be shy. I know you're there. Just be yourself. The other thing in school is always study hard. Please get high marks, especially A's and B's. Never. Thank you. This is my group. As I mentioned, always continue studies. The only thing that I love the only thing I loved about students, if you want to go to school, you at least show your parents your hard work. If you want to get a good report card, namaste. So yes, if you're a student, as I mentioned, if you're a student at like a school, I really highly encourage study very good, very well. Please get very high marks. I'm sure your parents will be proud of you if you do. If you get a single like a D or an F, they might be like small talks, not like major talks. You know what I'm talking about? Small talks, definitely. If it's C, I'll always improve. But still, always study well in school. There's a few times back in my grade school, I was having trouble with my grades because I literally had no help at all. I normally had E's, F's, and D's, really, mostly. Sorry, E's, D's, and F. I got to put them in alphabetical again. Sometimes I get that too. So, yes. Grades, homework, make sure you do well. If you haven't missed an assignment, make sure you do it before the due date or the deadline. For college students, the reason why I said a deadline is they specifically say that in a professional way than grade school and high school students, because they think they're not at a professional state than college does. Because right now, grade school they have unrated GPA, and college just have rated GPA. That means rated means you have more concentration in college, but if you like in Pacific like a regular high school, then you don't get very much of concentration classes. That means you just gotta focus on your work, like different studies of the subject that you learn in right now. So that can also be overwhelming. So yes. Well, I'm going to talk about phones in a minute. So yes. That's all the reason. And the major thing at school is phones. So I'll discuss about that. If you own your phones like during class, or you trying to do something that try to get yourself distracted, and you don't know what the teacher's discussing about, please put them away in your lockers, or especially on like if you're doing a class, at least keep it like off, like have your ringtone off, have your notifications off, so that won't get you distracted, or keep it in your pocket. Again, make sure your notifications and your calls is off. So yes, if the teacher do find out that you do have the phone in class, he or she will take it away, will give it to you at the end of class, or they give it to you by at the end of the school day. Sometimes, well, not some, most teachers will do, they'll give the students phones to the principal sometimes, and have the principal give their phone to you at the end of the day. Just be aware, because phones is usually a bad ideal time during classes. But if you're on break, like for example, if you're hanging out with friends or lunch, you're most welcome to go on your phones. But again, just be aware of being on phones during like class time. So yeah, even on phones is most of the major point really, which it can be really kind of scary too. So yes. It's just I just briefly just discuss about this. I just put this way. If you just come in to join on, you can also watch this after once this is published. The first thing I just discuss about is the dowsing rods, and right now I'm discussing about school. So yes, and the third one is briefly about me. So this is just taking the mostly today's live, just mostly about school really. So as I mentioned, if today's your first day of school, just be careful. If it's tomorrow, is it next week? Usually school starts about like a week after Labor Day. Usually, most schools usually do that. But my college, I'm only graduated, but my college just started. Will start tomorrow actually. Tomorrow's Tuesday, which is the 26th. So I'm gonna I'm gonna ask a question, and I don't know if it's optional for all of you, but you must be going to answer. But I'm just gonna ask, when is your first day of school? What is your first day of school? It's just a random question. It's a really random question. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Yeah. Are you homeschooling? Well, actually, homeschooling is pretty like a better option than going in school. Like going in school, it just gives you more like educational stuff. But really, like homeschooling, I think you get like more breaks than like specific subjects that you pull in that you want to learn the most. Really, for example, it could be like geography, it could be history, it could be calculus, or it could be like geometry, those kind of stuff. So yeah, junior and you're barely 14. I know some students do will say that they don't like school on their first day, which is kind of strange. But if you're a junior already and at the age of 14, that means you're pretty smart. I mean, so you're highly smart. If you're a student also has all A's, that means you're most likely will skip a few grades because you're like kind of a bit smart already. So yeah. Again, I'm most welcome to answer those questions to all of you. Incoming freshman. That makes sense, because sometimes if you're an incoming freshman or a freshman orientation, they really have you do it on the day before you go to school, so they can get to know like more of your teachers, what your class is gonna be like, see what rooms are you gonna be. So yes, um, I'm supposed to start college after high school. That's what I did really. I usually I don't. Sometimes what college will do, they will do um mostly their semesters is usually like spring and fall. But sometimes if your programs is really like mostly in fall and spring, that means you definitely have a break in summer and winter. But if you have a like specific classes in all 4 semesters, just at least like even some of the classes out so you can get some fun in. So yes. But at least get some fun in as much as you can. So yeah. It's stay, not stray. Hello. So yeah. Well, school is like one. Actually, do you know what school means? Like, I know school means education, but do you know what school means in a scary term? I know all of you don't want to. I know all of you don't want to hear this, but it means 6 cool hours of our lives. You will get it because I've seen it a lot in my Instagram reels a lot, and I think not just some, I think most of people will notice it's kind of like a prison, really. School is kind of like a prison because the buses kind of looks like the prison buses. The cafeteria looks like the prison cafeteria, which it can be. So yes, hello. So yeah. Mm. Like if you like if you're a boy and if your country is forcing you to enlist at the age of 18, I think you have specific rights to enroll in the military, but I think if you're a woman, you don't have to join the military. That's what I heard. So yeah, you excited for school to start? Thank you. That's good. I'm glad. I think some of you are like excited that school is about to start. So yeah. I mean, it's really optional. It's really optional to all of you. It's really up to you. If your parents think it's acceptable, then that's totally fine. So yeah, again, I'm most welcome to Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's really optional for military. It's really up to you. If your parents do think it is acceptable, you're most welcome to as well. But at least be safe if you go to the military. I'm sending out my angels prayers and light to all of you. So yes. Um, well, at least try, as I mentioned earlier, at least try to engage at least 1 to 2 friends a day as much as you can. But as I mentioned, bullying can be part of it. Phones can be part of it. At least like get to know your classes if you can. I know schools can be very scary. So yes. Aw. You have a friend who stayed in also part of your classes. That's kind of really sweet. Actually, I really like that. So yes, as you can see, I'll be reading your comments. So just let you know. So yeah, I do like Stray Kids. I love them. My bias, as I mentioned before in my previous bias, is Han and Felix. I've been really eyeing on Felix a lot because he was the first one who got my attention in the group, really. So I branched out a bit and I started liking Han because I thought of Han's rapping skills. So that's why I started engaged him too. So yes. Ice Spice. I have heard of Ice Spice, but not really. Banchan. Yeah, he's good. He's good. So school is can be scary and also fun in other ways. If you have any like activities or clubs that you want to join with your friends, that's also part of like being involved with your school's campus too. That's all the way you can meet friends. So as I mentioned, if you're having trouble making friends, you can always ask the teacher to help you make friends. That is another way to make friends. Again, it's you just have to speak up for yourself. I know it can be very scary. So yes. Hello. So yes. So let's get school pushed out of the way. I know school might be stressing for you on the first day, and I know I believe we discussed about school a lot already. So I'm not here to discuss about myself. These days I'm doing pretty good. As you can see, I've been publishing enough content for all of you. As I mentioned, that one audio that did has surpassed 100 views. That one is about to hit 1,000 views. I think I just published that 2 days ago. So yes. Lino and Changmin photo cards. Yeah. Thank you. Well, I was playing with it earlier and it got a little bit coldy, so that's why it's a little coldy, so that's why. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me I can answer for you? It's okay. It's just I just wanted it to be open to all of you. Like you're most welcome to. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I know it's like that for the new viewers, but if you are new viewers, I really do encourage you to be open a bit if you can. Again, this content is family free and family free as well. So the reason why I say it's family, it's for family who can watch my videos too. So yes. Do you stay in other groups other than Stray Kids? Thank you. I appreciate it. I do like my own voice too. I do sing. Other groups I love is ITZY. I actually have an album from ITZY. ITZY, my bias from ITZY is Leah. As you can see, her birthday is 2 days after mine. Hers is 24th. If you subtract 2 from 21, that's my birthday. So yes. Other albums I like is 17, Dino. Dino is my favorite. I also got their album too. BTS, Jungkook. Specifically, said Jungkook because he's the youngest back in the day, and he's also I think he is the main focal. I could be wrong, but Jungkook. The other groups I like is Twice. Two Pacific members I like from Twice is Sana and Mina. I could be right. I could be wrong. Just let me know if you want to correct me. So yeah. Is your birthday August 12th? Because his birthday is August 11th. Actually, I did have a surprise birthday on 11th of August, if you want to know. Um, I did publish a story on that day, and I did post it on my story on my Instagram. So yes. Do you like J-Hope? I do. I think one of the songs I like from him, I think it was Dream, because I can remember that song. So yes. Mine is the 10th of August. Today is the 26th. So I'm going to say happy belated birthday, even though if your birthday is past, so happy belated birthday. So yes. Um, do you have any other questions that you want to answer? I'm not going to end right away, so I just want to see if you're more open than usual. So yeah. My birthday is the 19th of July, so that's why I had another surprise birthday on August 11th, right on Chairman's Day. Chairman's birthday, actually. A little shocked, still. I think I commented on this post regarding my birthday. I could be wrong. I don't think I ever did. So yeah, it's interesting. The other groups that I like is Blackpink. Before Lisa and Jennie. Jennie, I like her raps, but specifically Lisa's visuals, like of her face. Even though even though the other group who doesn't have a leader actually. Do you know that Blackpink doesn't have a leader? I didn't know either. I've looked that up a few times actually. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Sorry, I gotta adjust my short. Sometimes it's usually down low, but I gotta fix it. You know, as I mentioned before about the sunboard, it's actually gone away a lot really, so that's why. It has been getting better, so yeah. The other groups I like is Red Velvet. I like Irene. But specifically Irene. I don't know. The songs I like from them is Ice Cream Cake and there's another I think it was Red Flavor. The song Red Flavor. That's the one who got me into their group, Irene's group. So it's been that's also interesting. It's more groups I like too. Do you have any questions that I am most welcome to answer to? I know if you did stop chatting for a little bit. Is there anything that I should at least discuss about? Even though I did discuss about school a lot, really. I could discuss anything else that you are willing to tell me to. I'm just fidgeting. I'm just waiting for your responsibility. It's really up to you, but still, it just wants me to keep talking. But even though it's also good for me too. I want to stay engaged in my content. I want to stay engaged with all of you still. So this is really your opportunity if you want to come through, ask me certain questions. But it's really up to you, really. August is coming near at the end of the month, and I can't believe September's coming. Be aware, there are some few birthdays in September. September the 4th is Jungkook's birthday. I think the 14th, no, sorry. Jungkook's birthday is September the 4th. Arm's birthday, I think it's on the 11th or the 12th of September. It's one of those 2 days, really. I don't know what could it be. So Jungkook's is the 4th of September. It could be the 11th or the 12th of September. Han is the 14th of September, and Felix is the 15th of September. Those are the only birthdays that I can think of top of my head, really. And those are the birthdays for the next month. Valentine's birthday is the 3rd of October. So yes, so that's a little spoiler. Even though I'm already showing the birthdays, so what's the point? What else should I talk? I don't know. Do you want me to discuss anything about before I come to an end? I do want to mention that just stay tuned with my 2 videos this week. Not 4, sorry. Just stay tuned with 2 videos of this week. I have one coming out tomorrow, and I have another one coming out this Saturday. You know, the albums I just pre-ordered for the Karma album. It was supposed to be coming out on Tuesday tomorrow. I think few of you already got yours. That might be like pre-exclusive. That might be at Target or Amazon. I ordered mine from the company DHL. They do take a very long time. So next time I do that again, I'm gonna just do it from the Amazon, really, just to be like helpful wise. So yeah, if you did pre-order your, if you never did pre-order your comic album, please do it now. We already surpassed 1 million, I think 1 million views on Spotify. I want to say congratulate on Stray Kids on that. I can't believe they made it that far. I'm not sure if it's views, but I think it was views. What could be placed? Again, I could be right or wrong, so I don't know if I am or not. So yes. What was I talking about? I have no idea what I was talking about before, besides just that. Yeah, I really have no clue what I was talking about before. Can you help me out if I can? Something that is distracting me a little bit. I don't know what it is, but so yeah. I'm gonna head and open this again. I know there are new viewers on here that you're just joining right now. I'll be opening this again. So I just previously just discussed this on a live before. I have previously just beginning discuss about this once I just joined on a live. I discussed that I think like earlier time, like it could be like around two something on live. As I mentioned earlier in my life, these are the dowsing rods. As you can see, if you're familiar with this, I mean, if you're familiar with this, you know how it works. If you're a paranormal I'm sorry, if you're into paranormal and you know what they are, that's good. For the new and current, if you're also my new and current viewers and you don't know what they are, these are dowsing rods. These can be used for water sensations and also to communicate with other spirits. If you want to buy them, just be at least careful. There'll be some pros and cons to this. One of the cons that I just want to put, there's a few cons that I do want to discuss about this. One is sometimes they will attract like bad and negative spirits will come through. Just at least be careful what questions you ask. Still, few things that they came through to me is my dog, which is good news. I actually did connect with her. I've actually done this a few sessions with these dowsing ones past few days. They do give like pretty accurate answers. If you could ask a question, as I mentioned, open is no, and if they want to answer as a yes, they will cross like this. That's a yes. So yes. So this is how it works. So again, this means no. This means yes. So if you want to order it on Amazon, go ahead. They usually roughly about like $13 to $22 roughly. If you want to get, if you want to get this also stuff you can get. For example, cat balls. I think they're about like roughly between $28 to $34. And the one thing that is very expensive is the REM pod. REM pod is worth about at least it's about around $400. I don't know why, but it looks like it. So yeah, I could ask some few questions. So again, no, this means no. Again, this is just me doing it, so I don't so you don't have to worry about. And so that means open, and this means cross. So when you do it, just if you're already familiar with this, at least like be still with it as much as you can. But if this is scaring you, you must welcome to leave the live if you want. This is just to help you. So I'm gonna ask some few questions about my dog. Just mostly about my dog. I might have God coming or not. Okay? Is my dog here? Yes or I forgot. I forgot how it works again. I just briefly discussed this already. Okay. That was my fault. I'm sorry. Come on. Why are you being like this? Open for no, close for yes. So are you in here? Okay, that time that was not me. So she is in here. Because the reason I said that, she's always with me. So this is a point over there. She's at my chair. She's actually sitting down, which is fine. Also, as I previously discussed about my past lives and videos, I did discuss about my dog call. So that's also the reason why she's with me. So I'm going ahead to ask her where she is at. Zoe, can you show me where you're at, honey? And again, if you like really, if this is creeping you out or scaring you, you must welcome to leave review if you want. It's just for the my current and my new viewers trying wanted to know this. So yeah. So as you can see, it's directly actually right near my closet. Really, it's actually on my right side of my chair actually. As well, you can't see it really. So she's like right in front of me really. She's really right in front of me on my side. So yeah. So I'm gonna ask some few questions. Something else. It. I'm not sure this can be related to anything, but just be careful. Always be careful when you want to purchase this. Again, this could attract negative and bad spirits and entities coming towards your way. So at least just be careful of what questions you're going to ask. And also let you know, I did ask this a few times already, that I do have a open portal in my bedroom. So just let you know. And I did not develop or create that portal. It was God who created it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that question if God is in here. Open for no, closed for yes. God, are you in here with me? Sometimes it could be very still. Could be very still, but sometimes it'll give him a minute. Do you see the wad is moving my right hand? Oh, here we go. He's trying. There we go. He's in my bedroom. To be honest, I actually did saw him walk in a little bit. I can just, his presence is always light. So sometimes, most of the times, if usually whenever he comes in, really, his presence is always soft. That means he is actually he can just move some things lightly, especially these dowsing ones, which that could reflect. So I'm gonna ask a question to God, just one more question, so I don't have to scare to all of you really. Open for no, close for yes. Did God create a portal to my bedroom? Just watch specifically how the dowsing rods is closely coming towards this way, because he was the one who created this. Even though my hands are very, very still, so I just gotta be careful. There we go. Yeah, I did mention that he was the one who created the portal. So the reason why he created that portal is I do actually see things in my closet. Sometimes I'll see like light shadows. I could be like white shadows, dark shadows. I could see like dark shadows like from my door. It could be in front of me. It could be above me really, but I don't get it as above me really whenever I'm sleeping. But the reason why I don't get a whole lot of negative spirits in my bedroom, because I have 4 dream catchers. If you didn't see that one video that I briefly discussed about sorry, I'm talking a little too fast. If you think I'm talking too fast, just let me know in the comments, especially the live chat. So yeah, I have briefly discussed about my 4 dream catchers in my last couple of videos beforehand. Go ahead and check that video out, because that would also talk about the negative spirits around this room. These dream catchers I originally had, and I still do have up, those ones are actually protecting that portal from the negatives. So all the things I'm just seeing is just like shadows what I'm by it, and that's what I'm always been seeing. Again, I'm on a spiritual journey, so this is how God is helping me through my future. I do think reincarnation is true, and I did ask that question earlier today. Right now, it is real. So if you do believe in reincarnation, that's totally fine. If you don't believe in it, that's also fine. That's your opinion, no hate. So I'm gonna ask that question to all of you. Actually, speaking on that, so I'm gonna set it. So I'm going to ask a question. Open for no, closed for yes. Is open for no, closed for yes. Is reincarnation real? It's trying. It's really trying. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. It's making its way. It's really making its way. Actually, I'm gonna just I'm gonna take that as yes, because it mostly like going this way. That's me doing it, so don't worry. Because I'm the one who's doing this. So again, if you want to stop it, if you just hold on to the metal, and this is how you can tell which is which. So this is yes. This means no. So yeah. Aim it slowly, going this way, because I can just feel God's presence over there, because He's the one who's answering this question for me. So He do think it is real, and I do think that is real too. So I did ask a question earlier about time travel, and I think he wasn't aware about what time travel meant for him. I think some few people think about rapture, and I think rapture is already come true. And I think that the number of 68 is half of 34. People has been saying that God's coming back in 2032. He is not. He's coming back in 2034. So I might actually speak in 2034. I'm going to ask that question anyways. Open for no, closed for yes. Is God going to come back in the year 2034? That's a really immediate response of yes. So I think he is coming back in 2434. But again, just be careful when you answer these questions. Even if you have a very strong connection or strong bond with God, He can also help you with these questions and answers too with these. So I'll let you know, if you all have Islam and have Christian, we do have a Hebrew year. The year we are in for Hebrew calendar is 5785. That's the year we are in. So I'm gonna ask a question on that, if that is real. So open for no, closed for yes. Are we in a year of 5785 for Hebrew calendar? And I could be wrong, I could be right, but still, this could give me accurate answers, which it usually does. Just like the app Necrophonic, again, if you have the Ghost Tube SLS, if you have the Ghost Tube Zero, you have the Necrophonic, or any of that kind of stuff that is related on your spiritual journey or your paranormal stuff that you want to explore. Just be careful when you use them. But again, just for purposes only. As I mentioned, if you're on a spiritual journey, you're most welcome to. Just be careful what you're gonna ask. I was about to ask a question. I don't know what it was. I'm sorry that my throat is a little scratchy. I need to get something to drink. Open for no, closed for yes. Is rapture real? The reason why I say rapture, because I have experienced 2 dreams in rapture, and that is the sign that God is coming back early enough. The other thing that God is also coming back is because of natural disasters. For example, a few things that I already just named of, He's already come. He is planning to come back, but we don't know what timeline He is coming back. For example, I said 2034. He didn't say what day or what month He's coming back. I know there's a specific chapter and verse that mentioned in the Bible, but I don't know what's the top of my head, but still, it could be part of it, really. So I'm going to ask one more question about time travel. So as mentioned, I'm going to ask one more question, and I'm going to wrap this up. Open for no, closed for yes. Does time travel exist? That did went to yes. Again, my hands are still, so that means I'm not the one who's moving it. It's Scott. It could be a different spirit, or it could be God. It could be something else. Usually, again, this will give accurate answers, but just be careful when you use them. So, as I mentioned, rapture is real, reincarnation is real, and rapture is real. So just be aware of what signs. If you're a believer to God, or if you really love your religion the most, that is the top in the top I don't know what to call it, but if you're into reading Christian stuff a lot these days, if you're going to Sunday school, Sunday church on Sundays, or praying to God every day, He's the one. He's willing to take people who are strong bonding, strong communications with them for Him. He's one who is willing to take good people, right? Who is willing to communicate with them a lot these days. So I'm part of it because I am half Islam and I am half it. I do want to say it one time, so I'll be there in a minute. So I am actually half Islam and half Christian. So that's why I do believe in Israel. There's also actually just thought of another question. So I'm going to ask a question. So I take that back. Open for no, closed for yes. Does beyond the ice wall do exist? The way how it's completely still because it doesn't know the answer right away. The only person who knows that is actually God, because He was the one who kind of did created the beyond the ice wall. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is actually one country beyond the ice wall. It's actually located in Antarctica, and just be aware, if you do go there, don't let anybody know that you're going down there. Really, especially your parents, politicians. It could be NASA. Politicians and NASA have actually been closely being careful with Antarctica these days because I think politics and mostly politics really. Politics is pretty much lying to everyone right now about the beyond the ice wall. I think the beyond the ice wall does exist. I just came across there are actually more countries beyond the ice wall. So if you do think that is scary, um, don't look into more further information on it. If you do think that is interesting to you, I really do highly recommend looking into it more often. If you your science major or any of those kind of videos that you are concentrating at, I really do highly recommend learn more about that too. If you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't have to worry about it. But I'm speaking the truth, as mentioned. If you think I could be wrong, just let me know as well. So yes. And the last one I want to ask, was I from Mars in Israel? I did ask this earlier. It told me that I was raised. I was born on Mars, but I was raised in Israel. The reason is why I'm already in someone's body originally, so that's why I do not exist in my spiritual world, right? So yeah. So I'm going to ahead and ask the question. Open for no. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Open for no, closed for yes. Was I born on Mars? It's a stupid question, but even though I was, though. Open for no, closed for yes. Was I born on Was I born on Mars? So that is my answer. That means I was born on Mars because I saw my life on Mars for a little bit. I saw what I did, and I know what I did too. It was I'll discuss that in my live in the next few days. So stay tuned to that, and I don't want to spoil it to all of you. So I'm gonna ask one more question, and I'm gonna put this away as I mentioned before. Wait, hold on. Hey. Open for no, closed for yes. Was I raised in Israel, then came here to protect our people in America? The reason why God had me in Israel because He wants me to tell me about His past life there, and He brought me to America because I already had. Do you know you get those tiny brown spots on your arms? I already had them on me once I was born, so it is actually kind of weird. That means I was already in Israel. So that means God brought me. So I just saw something. God brought me to America. So I'm in a mission, which is He is with me. So that means He wants me to protect our people on Earth. He wants me to give you warnings. That means stay away from AI as much as you can. I know you find AI interesting, but still, it's actually going to give you more troubles these days as what the world's going to be like. So AI is the top one, really. Second, I'd say Teslas, because Teslas can be a little scary. They are like starter cars that requires no keys, really. That could be a sign of it. The other part of Teslas is if you have a screen in front of you and you're in a graveyard and you see a person like right there on the screen, don't get a Tesla. Really, don't get a Tesla. The reason why I just said that is because Teslas can be a little creepy, actually. As I just mentioned, if you have like inside of a Tesla, you have a screen in front of you, right? Sometimes if you go in, this is just a what if. This could be like a fake, which this is a fake scenario. If you have a screen in front of you. Imagine you go to a graveyard and you found a person on this side, this in front of you. That means it's tricking you. It's really trying to trick you that you're believing them that their souls is trapped in that area, which it is. So that's why I just want you to be aware of Teslas and AI. And the other part I do want to be aware about is robots. As you can see, what Japan is doing, that they have their self-service robots giving you foods. For example, sushi, ramyun, or other stuff, or it could be sashimi. And I'm just saying this because it's not just my accent in Japanese, really. I'm just saying this because it's just my opinion only. If you do find this hate or take it a little too personal, please leave if you can. Again, this is not just about the truth. This is just what I think by myself as truthfully, really. Sometimes I can speak lies. Sometimes I could speak truths. So you never know if I could be wrong or right. So that's why I just want to put that out there. So just be aware of Tesla's AI and robots. The other thing that I don't want to be aware about is the what's been happening like naturally like outside like other countries, really. Specifically, it could be China. Actually, it could be China. It could be UK. It could be North America. It could be like Russia. It could be like Morocco. Those countries. If you like have like bad like air quality control, I really do highly encourage you to wear a mask as much as you can, specifically for Asia, because they do wear lots of masks. So if you do see them with a mask on, just be a little careful around them. If you don't, again, this is just specifically for Asian countries. One of you did mention that you're from India. Again, just be aware who you're communicating to, because that's also part of it too. So, and the fifth one is about scammers. Um, there are more scammers these days. If you try to order something, if you did order something but you don't know what company, they will. Well, actually, no, that's not what I mean. Um, if, what I was trying to say, if you, what, sorry. Again, it's just my communication. If you think my communication is off, just let me in the comments. That's what I'm happening right now, so just be aware. Um, if you if the company thinks that you ordered a package even though you didn't, that it is a scam. They're trying to sell your personal information. They're trying to sell your social security number. They are trying to get your address. They're trying to get your phone number. They're trying to get your bank information. They're also called scammers. So if I was to always be aware of scammers, really, scammers are actually very creepy. It's kind of like the same thing as stalkers, really. So that could lead up to like stalkers and harassment and sex trafficking. But that I'm not gonna go there really. But that could lead to something else really. And that could be the problem for this as well too. So that I do want to point that I really do want to point out there really. Those kind of things we just got to be real more often these days. I won't be saying anything in the description in this live chat because sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't be. Again, the few things I do want to point out is the natural disasters, as mentioned. The one thing I did mention about natural disasters is the air quality alert. The second one is AI. The third one is robots. The fourth one is Tesla. And the fourth one is and the fifth one is scammers. So these are the top 5 parties that are like capable of what politics and other stuff is discussed right now. If you hear about like hurricanes, specifically in North America, at least just be aware and just try to take shelter as much as you can. There are actually 2 other hurricanes. I just actually just saw this earlier. Sorry. There are actually 2 other hurricanes that is actually behind the hurricane Erin. Actually, I already did saw this. There are actually 2 other hurricanes coming behind the hurricane Erin, and this could lead up to sometime next week, within 10 to 12 days, and they'll be on the news everywhere, specifically for North America. There's one hurricane just went off west of Africa. Actually, they just had it already. I think 3 or 4 days ago, but I think I might be, again, I could be right or wrong, but I never know. So just be safe in the hurricane season, especially the top 5 things I just discussed: scammers, Teslas, AI, robots, and natural disasters. So yes, that'll be also linked in this. I don't want to spoil it really. Some people can be spoilers, just like Stray Kids, but that's what they normally do. They are the king of spoilers, so that's all. So yes, so I'm gonna come to it, and thank you for coming on. I know this was briefly discussed lots of things already, so I will be highlighted 2 topics into the titles. Just stay tuned once this is published. Sometimes my lives will be published by in the morning, as you can tell, so that's why I know whenever I publish my lives, it gives like at least a 12-hour format. That means it'd be published in the morning, but that means it'd be like posted like tonight really. And sometimes that will usually happen. So sometimes I just gotta be a little careful. So yeah. So thank you for coming on here. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for asking me questions. Make sure you stay tuned for my content, which I'll put up to make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you like this, and make sure you subscribe to this channel as you can. We're almost at the 1 hour mark of live, but I'm gonna make it a little shorter than usual. So thank you for coming on here, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye. Come on.